Hi, my dear students. Now we are going to the chapterized concept. The topic is trigonometry. Now this is the starting video. So trigonometry. Observe. So two mutually perpendicular lines divides a plane into four equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant. It is denoted by the letter Q. All the four quadrants represents Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 respectively. That means observe, so these horizontal line and vertical line, horizontal line taken as x-axis and vertical line taken as y-axis, these two lines divides plane into four parts. Each part is called a quadrant. That's why it is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Suppose we have to take a revolving line. This revolving line coincides with the x-axis. There is no gap between x-axis and this revolving line. That's why the gap is nothing but the angle. That means inclination. So it is 0. If it is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, some gap is there. That's why that is angle theta. So this revolving line moving into anti-clockwise direction and coincide with y-axis, then this is perpendicular to x-axis. So there exists 90. Gap between this revolving line and x-axis is 90. If the revolving line coincides with y-axis, then it makes 90 degrees with x-axis. That's why this is the premises of first quadrant. That means 0 to 90. 0 to 90 or below 90. That's why 90 minus theta. If theta is the gap, inclination, we have to take that is angle. 90 minus theta is the premises of first quadrant. It lies within the intervals 0 to 90. That means here starting 0 and ending 90. So 0 to 90, 0 less than theta less than 90 is representation of theta lies in Q1. If the revolving line enter into second quadrant with the help of 90, that means here in the anti-clockwise direction, this is 90 and 90 plus this gap. So 90 plus theta. That's why 90 plus theta representation of the second quadrant. At the same time, if it is coincident with the x-axis, then in negative side, then it is below 180. That's why 180 minus theta. 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta. At the same time, this is the premises of theta lies within the interval 90 to 180. 90 to 180. That's why 90 less than theta less than 180 degrees is also the representation of theta lies in Q2. That's why theta is obtuse angle here. Here theta is acute angle. If theta lies in first quadrant, then it is acute angle. The premises there is 0 less than theta less than 90. In between 0 to 90, acute angle. In between 90 to 180, obtuse angle. Again, revolving line enter into third quadrant. That means here 90 plus 90, 180 plus. So 180 plus theta, and if it is coincide with the negative y-axis, then it is 90 plus 90 plus 270. That's why 270 below and 180 above. So 180 plus theta and 270 minus theta. That's why theta lies within the interval 180 less than theta less than 270. So theta is in Q3. These are the representations of theta lies in Q3. Now this revolving line enter into fourth quadrant. That means 90 plus 90 plus 90, 270 plus theta. That's why 270 plus theta. And if it is one circle completion and it is coincident with the x-axis, there exists a 360 degrees. So that's why it is 360 below. Below 360, above 270 is the representation of theta lies in Q4. That's why here 270 less than theta less than 360 is the representation of theta belongs to Q4. Here 270 plus theta and 360 minus theta. These are the representation of Q4. Actually, there are 6 trigonometric functions: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant and cosecant. These are the trigonometric ratios as well as trigonometric functions. These 6 trigonometric functions are positive in first quadrant. Why they are positive? Why some functions are negative? I can explain in the next part. That's why here all trigonometric functions are positive. Like that means in the second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal cosecant. Sine and cosecant are positive in second quadrant. Rest of the functions are negative. And third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. Rest of the functions are negative in third quadrant. And cos and secant are positive. Rest of the functions are negative in Q4. Since so easily we have to recognize, easily we have to remember all functions are positive, and sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive in Q2. In Q3, tan and cot positive. In Q4, cos and secant positive. According to the slogan, that is all silver tea cups. All students take care. All students or all strangers take coffee. Like that. All, that means ASTC. ASTC. All silver teacups. And all students take care. All strangers take coffee. Means all means A. A means all. All trigonometric functions are positive in Q1. And silver. Silver, students, strangers, initial letter is S. S means it represents sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive, rest are negative. And T, initial letter, T or take. T for tan and its reciprocal cot are positive, rest of the functions are negative. And cups or coffee, there it is a C. C means cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest of the functions are negative. Are you clear? Now this is the just introduction part of the trigonometry, the basic concept for trigonometry. Trigonometry, basic concept, primary concept for trigonometry. Okay, now, so this lecture we have to write here. Two mutually perpendicular lines divides a plane into 4 equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant. It is denoted by Q. All the 4 quadrants represents Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 respectively. Now about Q1. So we have to define, we have to describe each quadrant about Q1. So Q1 premises 0 degrees less than theta less than 90 degrees and 90 minus theta 360 plus theta are the representations of theta lies in first quadrant. That is Q1. Now in Q1 all trigonometric functions like sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant are positive. Simply we have to read as sine, S-I-N-E, sine, that is S-I-N, not sin. Just SIN is sine. SIN is sine, not sin. Okay, SINE, sine. Just simply we have to write SIN. That is not sin. Okay, and cosine, COSINE. That is simply read as COS, cos. Next, tangent. Tangent simply read as TAN, tan. And cotangent, COT, cot. Cotangent simply read as cot. And secant simply read as SEC. Some students it is called sec. Some student it is called secant. That's all. We have to read as secant. Some students, somebody read as that is seek. No problem. Just like funny. That is seek or secant. Just secant. Cosecant read as COSE. Cosecant or cosec. Some students cosec or simply CSC. CSE is also nothing but a cosecant. That's all. So these are the trigonometric functions. So simply you have to read as like that. That's why here it is sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant are positive. Now about Q2. Q2, the premises of 90 less than theta less than 180 and 90 plus theta, 180 minus theta represents theta lies in second quadrant. These are the identifications of theta lies in second quadrant. That's why in second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive, rest of the functions are negative. Okay, now we are going to, we have to describe about quadrant 3, Q3. Okay, write it fast. Okay, so about Q3. So Q3 is the representation of that, means 180 less than theta less than 270 and 180 plus theta, 270 minus theta representation of Q3. In Q3, tan and its reciprocal cot are positive, rest are negative. And in Q4, 270 less than theta less than 360. That's why 270 plus theta, 360 minus theta belongs to representation of Q4. Theta lies in Q4. Now we are going to, in Q4, cos and its reciprocal are positive. Cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest of the functions are negative. Now we are going to identify the trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. That means according to the Pythagoras theorem, definitely we have to take a right angle triangle. So this is the right angle triangle. So if it is taken as theta, the side opposite to theta is nothing but the opposite side. Simply read as opposite, OPP. And the line, the side which is adjacent to the theta is adjacent side, and it is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always positive. That's why. So sine theta, the definition of the ratio of the function sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Its reciprocal cosecant theta is hypotenuse by opposite. It reverse. It is. And cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Its reciprocal secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent side. And tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent. Its reciprocal cot theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. Okay, that's all. Write it fast. Now observe. So the trigonometric ratios. What are the how to, that means why they are positive, why they are negative in remaining quadrants. So observe. Here it is. In case of 90 or 270, 90 or 270, definitely sine will changes to cos, cos will changes to sine, tan will changes to cot, cot will changes to tan, and secant will changes to cosecant, cosecant will changes to secant in case of 90 and 270. In case of 180 and 360 degrees, sine will changes to sine, 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 no change, there are no change for function, sine, sine, cos, cos, tan, tan, cot, cot, secant, secant, cosecant, cosecant. Depends upon the signs with respect to the quadrants. That's all. Suppose 90 minus theta. Actually 90 minus theta is the premises of first quadrant. 90 minus theta belongs to Q1. In Q1 all are positive. All functions are positive. That's why sine 90 minus theta. These are all 90. In case of 90, sine gives cos, cos gives sine. Secant gives cosecant, cosecant gives secant. Tan gives cot, cot gives tan. That's why sine gives cos theta, cos gives sine theta. These are all positive since in first quadrant all are positive. That's all. We are going to 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta belongs to second quadrant. Actually, all silver teacups, yes, sine and its reciprocal are positive in second quadrant. Rest of the functions are negative. That's why sine 90 plus theta. Actually, in second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive. That means sine gives a positive sign, cosecant gives a positive sign. Don't confuse there. Here also sine and cosecant, but they are negative. Since cos gives negative sign and secant gives negative sign. That's why sine gives a positive sign, cosecant gives positive sign in Q2. Rest of the functions gives negative. That's why sin 90 plus theta, cos 90 plus theta, minus sin theta. Since it is a 90, in case of 90, sin goes to cos, cos goes to sin, like that. That's why, except sin gives positive, cosecant gives positive, rest of the functions gives negative. That's all. Now we are going to 180 minus theta. Now observe. So we have to take 180 minus theta and 180 plus theta. In case of 180, sine gives sine and cos gives cos, tan gives tan and cot gives cot. Same functions will be there. They are according to the sign of the functions. Here, sine 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta belongs to Q2. In Q2, sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive. Rest of the functions are negative. Rest of the functions are negative. That's why sine gives positive and cosecant gives positive, remaining all negative, since same function will be there. Here also 180 plus theta belongs to Q3. In Q3, tan and its reciprocal cot are positive, rest of the functions are negative. That's why 180 plus theta, first of all, it represents Q3. In Q3, sine gives negative and tan and cot gives positive. Tan and cot gives positive, rest of the functions gives negative. That's why in case of 180, same function will be there. That's why sin, cos, like that, according to the signs, since tan and cot are positive, rest of the functions are negative. That's all. Okay. Now we are going to one more. Here observe. Now 270 minus theta belongs to Q3, 270 plus theta belongs to Q4. Okay. So in Q3, tan and cot are positive, rest are negative. In Q4, cos and secant are positive, rest are negative. That's why here 270. In case of 270, sin, cos, sin, tan, cot, tan, like that. So that's why here tan and cot are positive. So tan gives positive sign and cot gives positive sign, and tan cot function, tan function, rest of the functions are negative. Here Q4, cos and secant are positive. So cos gives positive sign and secant gives positive sign. Rest of the functions negative. So in case of 270, sin, cos, sin, like that. Okay, that's all. Now we are going to next one. Now 360 minus theta and 360 plus theta. 360 minus theta belongs to Q4. In Q4, cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest of the functions are negative. And 360 plus theta belongs to Q1, all are positive. That's why in case of 360, sin, cos, same functions will be there according to the signs with respect to the quadrants. That's why here 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta Q4. In Q4, cos gives positive, secant gives positive, rest of the functions negative. And in Q1, all gives positive. That's all. Okay. Now, next. Now we are going to the concept here. 180 degrees is equal to pi radians is equal to 200 grades. That means a relation among degrees, radians, and grades. So degree symbol this one, and radian symbol this one, and grade symbol this one. That's why 180 degrees is equal to pi radians is equal to 200 grades. That's why 90 degrees is equal to pi by 2 radians is equal to 100 grades. Of course, I can explain the questions on this concept in the next video. Now, n pi means pi radians is 180. So n pi minus theta belongs to Q2 if n is odd. That means every odd number taken as 1. Odd numbers, what are the odd numbers? Odd positive numbers, take odd natural numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. That's why, so 1 into pi, pi is nothing but 180. 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta belongs to which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine and cosecant gives a positive, remaining rest of the functions negative. Since in case of 180, same function will be there. Similarly, n pi minus theta, where n is even. Even means 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. Any even number taken as just 2. Of course, 2020 pi. 2020 pi. 2020 is even number. Just instead of 2020, just taken as 2. 2 into 180. 2 into 180 means what? 360. 360 minus theta. 2 into 180 means 360. 360 minus theta belongs to which quadrant? Q4. That's why 360 minus theta belongs to Q4. In Q4, cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest are negative. Are you clear? That's why concentrate here. It is that means remember it is very logically that means 180 degrees pi radians. That's why n pi. N is odd number. Suppose 2021 is odd number. Just no need to write 2021. Instead of 2021, 1 you have to take. 2021 pi minus theta is equal to pi minus theta. 2031 pi minus theta is equal to pi minus theta. Any odd multiples of pi minus theta, is equal to pi minus theta. Pi minus theta means what? 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta belongs to second quadrant. That's why odd multiples of pi minus theta belongs to second quadrant. Even multiples of pi minus theta belongs to fourth quadrant. That's all. Now we are going to odd multiples of pi plus theta, even multiples of pi plus theta. Now observe, here odd multiples of pi plus theta belongs to Q3. Since any odd number taken as 1, pi plus theta, pi means 180 plus theta belongs to Q3. In Q3, what are positive? Tan and its reciprocal cot are positive, rest of the functions are negative. That's why odd multiples of pi plus theta belongs to third quadrant. Now even multiples of pi plus theta belongs to first quadrant. Even multiples of pi plus theta, that means any even number taken as 2. 2 into pi, 2 into 180 means 360 plus theta belongs to first quadrant. In Q1, all are positive. It gives same functions. Okay, same functions will be there. In case of 180, same functions will be there. Now we are going to 360, multiples of 360 minus theta, multiples of 360 plus theta. Now we are going to next, n into 360 plus theta, n into 360 minus theta. n into 360, multiples of 360 plus theta belongs to Q1. Multiples of 360 minus theta belongs to Q4. That's why 360 plus theta, if n is any even or odd, no problem. If n is even or odd, then 360 plus theta in Q1 all are positive, same function will be there. 360, sin, cos, like that. Same, here also Q4, cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest of the functions are negative. That's all. So, this is the just introduction part of the trigonometry, just basics of the trigonometry. Since trigonometry is most useful topic, not only in mathematics, in physics and chemistry, trigonometric functions involving there, trigonometrical applications involving there. That's why you can concentrate on the basics, and trigonometric basics are very, very important. You can listen, you can learn the concept, and keep the notes. Okay, right. Bye. Happy Teachers Day.